Jerome, you're known as the Junkyard Dog. Now, the only time I've ever heard that expression is that old Jim Croce song, Bad, Bad Leroy Brown. How did you get that moniker?
Whew. Well, it goes back to my Detroit Piston days. And they tagged me the Junkyard Dog really as a somewhat of a put down, in a sense. They knew my work ethic, but I was getting basically junk minutes, garbage time. I was coming off the end of the bench. I was a rookie. I was worthless to the team.
Now, this is journalists who are saying this?
No, it wasn't journalists. It was teammates.
And they're joking or they're serious?
They're joking. They're joking. They're joking. They're veterans. It was a cocky team. The Pistons back in the day had some former bad boys, won some championships.
And so you're the new kid in the block. It's sort of a NBA version of hazing.
Right, basically.
Now,
and it was junk minutes, but they felt like my work ethic was, I had a very strong work ethic, and I was, they kind of lumped it all together. So he's getting junk minutes. He's like a roughhouse dog out there.
And so it stuck with you. The name stuck with you. You played over 500 games in the NBA?
Played over 500 games.
Including, 3 seasons with the Raptors?
Yes, over 3 seasons.
Wow. You retired a few years ago. Do you miss it?
Well, you always look back and you say, there were so many good times and so many wonderful moments with the fans that I had that I definitely truly miss the fans, but I don't miss the travel.
All that time on airplanes. You have developed something called the Junkyard Dog Project. Have I got that right?
JYD Project.
JYD Project.
That's right.
And we're going to talk about that. But before we do, when you were at the height of your career, were you involved in the community as much as you would have liked? And were you already dreaming a dream about what you would like to do once you were retired?
Well, I always had a sense of giving back, knowing the Lord at a very young age. I felt like you could always do something to help someone else. Upon getting drafted into the NBA, for I'd say a month or two, I kind of lost sight of that. Just from the mere fact that I was in the NBA world trying to figure it out, and I just felt a tug on my heart. You gotta go out and use this gift. And at that point, I was my self-esteem was low. I wasn't playing. I was, I was supposedly going to be this high draft pick. Ended up being, further down the line, being one of the last people chosen in the first round of the draft. And I came to a veteran team that really didn't need any help. I was lucky to get a jersey.
Did some of the veterans take you under their wing? Some of them show special interest in you and try to help you?
Well, Rick Mahorn did.
Yeah.
I was his rookie. And he pretty much, helped nickname me the Junkyard Dog along with Grant Long. And, he was a true veteran in the sense that he wanted to make sure that I understood what it was going to take to spend a long life in the NBA. And it began with my work ethic.
Well, you're well known for your work ethic. In fact, some journalists I researched thought that you were the Junkyard Dog because of your work ethic. They didn't know about this other stuff that you've just shared with me. You mentioned personal faith. Did you come to the Lord when you were young?
Yes.
A child?
Second grade.
Second grade. Led to the Lord by whom?
My teachers.
What about your home?
Well, I grew up in a Christian family home.
Right.
We were devoted Catholics, and but I went to Christian school, so I always had the dynamic of different religions.
Did you have a father as well as a mother at home?
Yes.
Which in many ways sets you apart.
In many ways, it does.
I mean, whether it's the NBA or whether it's Big league football or baseball, I keep seeing guys interviewed who thank God for their mom, but there's nothing said about their dad.
That's right.
Tell me about your dad.
My dad was an extremely hard worker. You know, he got up every day and really showed us the hard work and dedication it takes to not only raising a family, but providing and being a strong household figure, but also honoring my mom. That's something that, you know, very few fathers really do a good job teaching.
You know, I got a page here describing your Junkyard Dog project, Game of Life Workshop, Dog Pound Diplomats. I want to ask you about that. JYD Youth Motivation Tour, Tickets for Teachers, JYD Basketball Boot Camp, Beyond the Walls, which is for kids who are incarcerated. You got the Toronto All-Stars ABC Club for middle school. But, you know, as I'm looking at the description of some of these things, I'm seeing fathering. I'm seeing a guy who is not just an NBA star, but a guy who sees a lot of guys, young guys, who don't have dads. Am I right?
That's right.
Because, like for instance, Game of Life Workshop, teaching basic life skills like resume writing, banking, investing, credit education, includes a motivational message. I mean, this is like catching up with these kids, talks they never had with their dad.
That's right. That's right. And moms too. You know, a lot of our youth, you know, when I learned early on in Detroit, were just basically left to kind of fend for themselves. You know, when you hear about dropout rates, you know, going up to 80% for boys, reading levels at 75%, you know, you just say to yourself, how can this be?